Hello, and welcome back to For the Love of Self podcast. This is your host, Heather Murphy, your certified somatics coach and trauma informed breathwork facilitator. And welcome to the podcast. If you're new here, we talk about mental health and manifestation on this podcast. So if that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned. Today, we'll be talking all about some really amazing breathwork techniques that really can help calm anxiety fast. So, thank you for tuning in. I wanted to share about breathwork because it has been one of the most powerfully transformative tools that I utilize to help me not only stay calm and regulate my nervous system to reduce stress, as I've taken a lot I've taken on a lot of challenges in my life. Um, Not only challenges like in the, I don't even want to say negative or heavy sense, but I've taken on a lot of challenges in my life. I'm also trying to accomplish a lot right now in my life. As a mom, as a busy mom, I'm in graduate school. I just started homeschooling my daughter, which is a dream that I honestly thought I was going to have to wait on, but here we are, we're doing it, and it's been so much fun. I'm in the midst of a home remodel that is going slow but steady and building a career. And there's so much that can come up in the process of trying to manifest the life of our dreams that can really be dysregulating. And so these breathwork techniques can help you along the process of manifesting the life of your dreams and help you reduce stress and burnout and anxiety along the way. If you ever found yourself spiraling and feeling anxiety and needing something right now to bring you back to your center, stay tuned for these tips because they are really going to help you. I'm going to literally give you 3 breathwork techniques that you can use anywhere super quick, and there's no special training or anything needed. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to touch on is why breathwork works. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, first I will explain that breathwork is the idea of using your breath in a continual pattern, and there's many different styles of breathwork, and we're not going to get into that today, but I can make a video on that soon. Just leave me a comment below if you have any questions about breathwork stuff. Breathwork impacts your nervous system by bringing you into a parasympathetic state. Um, there are breathwork patterns that can actually bring you into a sympathetic state, and that actually can be useful. The sympath the sympathetic state is not always a negative thing. It can actually really help if you're experiencing depression or some sort of hypoarousal if your energy is low or you need to pump yourself up. Those breathwork patterns can be really useful. I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but in general, the idea of breathwork is meant to support your nervous system into getting to yourself into a state that would be the more desired state. And so it can really be this bridge between your body and your mind. It's one of the fastest tools that you can use to shift your state versus no shade to anyone that needs medication. But if you're not able to get medication for your anxiety, breathwork can shift that state that you're experiencing very quickly. I also want to just say, as an aside, I want to normalize the experience of anxiety. I think for me, I experienced anxiety for so much in my life. One of the ways that it really showed up was in general, just like not being able to cope with any form of stress. Like I never really um, pushed myself very hard when I was a younger person because I just couldn't cope with the stress. I'd get really ambitious and get big ideas and I would go for it and I would burn out super fast. Now I've expanded my window of tolerance for that sort of things through somatic work. And that's what we do inside of Embodied Forces, my membership that I can tell you more about in a little bit. But I really just wanted to say that anxiety is normal and people can act a little funny around the experience of having anxiety. So, one thing I wanted to share was how I used to sometimes think about how when people are shut down or they seem like off-putting or something, they actually might be experiencing anxiety. And that's how we, as people that experience anxiety, sometimes might be coming off as well. And it's not a flaw, it's just a signal that we need to notice. If we're feeling really like anxious in a space, socially anxious, or if we're experiencing anxiety around work or motherhood, whatever it is, it's totally normal that you're experiencing it. And there's no shame needed here because really what it is, it's just your body telling you that you need to regulate yourself. Okay. So those are mindset things that you can continue working on to, you know, understand that everyone has anxiety and everyone has stress sometimes. Um, and some of us have it to larger degrees, depending on what kind of trauma that we've experienced and whatnot. But that will also have to be an episode for another time. Okay, so now let's get into it. I have 3 simple breathwork techniques that you can literally use in just minutes, seconds, minutes, whatever. The first one you probably heard about, and I'm here to tell you and remind you, box breathing. Box breathing is so easy. You literally inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. This is just one example. I actually recommend going 5 seconds. I don't know if there's any validity to this, but if you've ever read the book Breath by James Nestor, he thinks the perfect breath is 5.5 seconds. 4 to 5 seconds will do the job. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. Let's try it right now. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doesn't that feel amazing? So when do you want to use this? This is great before stuff that you have to do. If you're finding that it's really hard to focus and you're not feeling as grounded as you want to be, like a lot of times before I get started with my workday, I like to do just 3 minutes of breath work. But again, literally, you could just do this once, like you did just right now on this podcast with me, and notice even that slight difference that it made just doing that one cycle. Um, you can use this when you're feeling frustrated with your children. You could use this when you're feeling like your emotions are out of control. This is how we step into emotional and energetic mastery. So you can use a visualization technique where you imagine a square and you can imagine yourself going around the square, for a count of 4. And that's why that can really help too. That kind of like gets you out of any sort of ruminating thoughts that you might be having or any sort of spiraling or spinning. Again, all of this is helping you start with a body-based approach. So the second breath pattern that we're going to be doing is the extended exhale. So you want to inhale for 4, and then you want to exhale from 6 to 8 seconds. And the reason that exhaling for longer than inhaling is so good for you is because it actually stimulates the vagus nerve, which puts you in that parasympathetic state that you want to be, which is like all about the rest and digest. It calms the body to say, okay, we're good, we're safe now. And this is like our primal instincts of being like legit. It is, you are safe. You are calm. And so if you're feeling like really triggered or really overwhelmed or really panicky, like this is such an important breathwork pattern to use. Number 3 is the sighing breath, or you could call it like an audible exhale. So with this one, you want to do a big inhale through the nose, open the mouth, and exhale with a sigh. So you could do this 3 to 5 times. So a big inhale through the nose, and then an exhale. And this one you could pair with shaking or some sort of movement that would feel good and supportive to your body, unless you're in the car or something. But this is a good one actually during transitions or before bed, just to kind of like let things out. And so those are the 3 breath patterns that I really want to invite you to try. They're so easy and simple. They don't require you to like get into a meditative breathwork state. It's literally just you taking 30 seconds to 2 minutes. That is enough. That is enough to start to develop a breathwork routine, a breathwork habit, let's say. And with this, you could really create it as like you could stack it. You could habit stack it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in James Clear's book, he talks about habit stacking. His book is called Atomic Habits. And if you are like, okay, I'm gonna get my coffee and then I'm gonna sit down and do 30 seconds of one of these breath breathwork patterns, it can really help ground you for your day and get you going. Um, it's something you could do while you're changing diapers or in the car pickup line at school, whatever. But this really creates like a calm anchoring experience, and it's a breath pattern that you can really associate with a sense of safety in your body. So to really like tie this back to manifestation, calming the body opens you up to receiving more. You become more of a magnetic force when you're in a more regulated state. Um, in terms of manifestation speak, you are raising your vibration by regulating and getting into the frequency of the thing that we desire. And so you don't need to be calm all the time to manifest at all, believe me. But these tools can really help you to return to your center so that you can be in tune with what information the universe has for you. So, like, let's say something happens, we've all had like money stuff come up, right? Here and there, or all the time. And if you have something happen and you get super triggered by it, use one of the breathwork patterns. Use the box breathing, use the extended exhale one. The extended exhale one for sure will regulate your nervous system. Use that to help you get into a calmer state so that you can think clearer, so that you can make better decisions about what needs to be happening, so that your intuition comes online. That's essentially it. Because when we're manifesting, we really need to have a clear open channel, not only for the receiving, but the process of receiving requires you to um, get signals and follow those signals to take action on the things that would actually bring in those manifestations. So I hope you found this helpful today. So the three breathwork techniques that we did were the box breathing, which is where you inhale, hold, and then exhale for a count of 4. So inhale for 4 through your nose, hold at the top for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. And then the extended exhale really helps activate that vagus nerve, calming your calming your nervous system, calms the body. So inhale for 4, exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. The idea here is that you want to exhale longer than you inhaled. And then the sigh breath. This is really about inhaling through the nose and doing an audible exhale. And like I said, you can add in some movement with this one. And so I really want to invite you to try one of these out, leave a comment or tag me on Instagram or wherever you hang out and let me know how it went. Let me know what it shifted for you. And if you're interested in more nervous system regulation tools and how to apply that to improving your mental health and manifesting the life of your dreams, I want to invite you to come into my Embodied Forces membership, which is where we have 2 live classes a month and 1 expressive arts workshop per month, as well as a community online where we can all gather to improve our mental health and create the life of our dreams. You can do this for a 30-day trial, and after that, it's $33 a month. It's really one of the most affordable ways to really start diving into your healing journey and creating the life that you really want. And so I really want to encourage you to take advantage of this incredible offer while it's available. And thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like all the things, leave a review. It really does help the channel out so that we can help others improve their mental health and create the life of their dreams. Again, thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this episode to be helpful, be sure to share it with a friend who might benefit. And consider leaving a review so that even more people can find this podcast. Be sure to come find me over on Instagram and tag me, letting me know what your favorite takeaways were. My handle is Heather_Murphy_that's me. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. It really is an honor to be here with you on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with the episodes, and we'll catch you in the next one.